Dear wanderers, welcome and welcome back. Today we're going to do another unusual mixed bonsai forest build. But before we're going to jump to it, let me show you why we all love forests. We all feel connected to forests because deep down we are wired for nature. We humans evolved in and around forests for hundreds of thousands of years. Forests provided shelter, food, and safety. All humans depended on it. Building a mixed forest is kind of like off track of the orthodox Japanese build of bonsai forests. Usually bonsai forests are built out on one single specimen of species like these beech forests. And let me tell you a few reasons for that. Using one species creates a harmonious look like a real forest dominated by one type of tree. It avoids clashing leaf shape, bark texture, or seasonal color that could feel chaotic in miniature. Different species go to a different speed, respond differently to pruning, watering. Keeping the one species makes maintenance way easier and ensures the forest stay balanced over time. And yet here we are making another mixed forest again. You should have a fair question, why? Well, let me tell you. The first season, it's basically, this is what I see in the mountains, and I just fell in love with this composition to having a mixed forest bonsai in your garden. The second reason is it's perfect as an experiment. I can see this way how different species will act together, how they will grow together, how they will respond together to different techniques what you can execute on a forest. How can I maintain the growth? How can I manage the more powerful species compared to the slower growing ones? So there is a lot of points what you can learn from mixed bonsai forests. And one more reason is, I think it speaks for itself. This became a center point of this garden, and so far anyone who enters or just comes over to a visit or even for a workshop, they just admire it, how it's looking, and I'm so happy that I decided to make it. And there's nothing else to say. Let's go and make this forest. What you doing? So let's jump back to last year when I started to dig out the hole for the pond. It was kind of like a 2-in-1 project, as I needed some extra soil to fill out my new bonsai bench base, and I didn't want it to spend any money on topsoil, so I decided that our front will have another pond. I will also put a counter of the cost, as good few of you asked about it in the comments on the YouTube short. Some even mentioned that it was $200,000. Well, let's see where the counter will stop at the end. To make space for the forest, I needed to move all the trees from the grow box into the ground. You too? As you see, it took me a while to put all the plan together in my head. I thought of lots of alternatives, how to be cost effective, how can be stable but in the same time not too robust looking, thinking of spacing and design overall. So first thing what I built is the foundation of the forest, or the base for the concrete slabs. After all considered material, I decided to go with this. It's easy to put together, it's made out of metal, which will outstand wood. It's easier than building with bricks, well, at least for me, so I bought 2 pairs of it. The second thing what I built is the concrete base for the forest. I have used one of my plant drip trays as mold, but you can build this base out of scrap wood as well. But just for fairness, let's add the cost of 1 tray to the total. To adding more structural strength to the slab, I use these old L profiles from the old bonsai benches. Now let's make a frame for the wire mesh, which I will add to the cast. This will help a lot with structural stability. You can also add any scrap metals you have around. Guys, I will not bore you how I make cement, but I have used 2 bags for the whole project. Instead of drilling holes and weakening the structure, I decided to use U-nails as connection point for the wire, so this way we can easily wire the trees to the slab. While I was waiting for the concrete to dry, the rain arrived. As the first slab it's on its place, I thought I will add the cave to another slab, and this way I can get my waterfall sorted. I will add some rocks to the slab so it will hold the soil and will add a more natural look to the forest as well. And you see, now we came to the fun part. While I was waiting for everything to dry up, I thought this will be a perfect timing to select all the trees what I want to use for the forest. Also, I will take a bag of compost as well for the planting. To add real prices of the trees is a bit tricky, as I will show you the price I sell them. Your country and region can differ with this factor. In the last few years, I used eco-friendly exterior masonry paint, as we will do today as well. Guys, bear in mind, as it is May right now, I will not do a proper repot of these trees, as I missed that window already. But I will need the height of the root ball anyway. If you were looking for a quality bonsai tools to execute these kind of projects, look no further. These Japanese handmade tools are provided from Wazakura Japan, and if you would like to try them out, I will leave a link in the description for my affiliate link, which will grant you a 10% off discount for one time. Wazakura typically use high carbon steel, which holds a sharp edge very well. This is crucial for clean cuts in bonsai, which promotes healthy healing and reduce stress on the plant. Many of their tools are hand forged, ensuring a level of details and balance that you won't find in cheap factory stamped tools. And now let's get back to the project. I will clean out the tree and give it the basic first shape and styling. Even though if you use high quality tools, they still need regular maintenance. If you're just getting into bonsai, I would highly recommend these conifer trees, as they are cheap, they are easy available and perfect practice subjects for you to learn. This next tree is really optional but not necessary to use. I have styled it last year for this purpose only, so it's hard to add price to it. I wanted to design something that is not a pine style executed on a bold cypress. I wanted something that looks very ancient with an apical dominancy, and something that is not seen every day, and especially in a forest composition. I just wanted to mention that by no means you need to use the exact same species of trees what I did. If you're on a lower budget, you can use younger trees or trees what you grow yourself. Also guys, if you're doing this project in the dormant season, you can just dig up some trees from your ground if you have some and use them for your forests. Let's see if I can use some of the earlier Japanese maples from last year. Now as I have selected all the deciduous trees for the right hand side of the forest, I will start to add the trees to the slabs. Oak trees always surprise me how flexible they are in almost every period of the year. When it comes to soil use on flat surfaces, I like to use volcanic inorganic mixes with some organic material. The substrate for filling the gaps between the trees, I used 1 portion of compost to 1 portion of Akadama pumice and lava rock mix. Sunburn. As you see it here, every single tree is attached to the slab with wire at least on 2 connection points for stability. I think it's time to get wet. If you're working with water features, especially when you make them yourself, I love to try them out before finishing the project, so I can see any error I need to fix. And obviously the back of the cave will need some fixing. All these rocks were just lying around our garden, and some I got from our neighbors, and some big ones came out from the hole I digged for the pond. If you ask around, I'm sure you can find them for free too. While I was adding the moss to the top of the forest, which I collected from our glass house, the pond arrived. I wanted to use pond liner in the first place and make it myself, but after all calculations, this way ended up way cheaper. While it fills up, let's add some aquatic plants as well. So guys, the counter stopped at 923. At the end, I added some herbs and some flowers what I had around. So let's say €1,000 for the end. I think it's not bad for a project with this value. Obviously, you can scale it up or scale it down, really up to you. You can also use trees when it's a bare root season, so you can buy them in bulk, which are much cheaper. Or if you grow trees such as myself, you can use your own trees. So guys, this is all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all your support, kindness and love. And there is nothing left. Let me show you the final results.